This is a video on how to convert from one form to another. So I have a point slope form equation here, and if I wanted to get that into slope intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b, the first thing I would do is I would distribute the slope. So the slope in this problem is the negative 3/7. I'm going to distribute that into my parentheses. So I get negative 3/7 times x minus, I have a plus here, positive number here, negative slope there. So minus 12/7. And then I'm going to add 8 to both sides. I get y equals negative 3/7 x. I'm going to do a little bit of side work here. Negative 12/7 plus 8 is 56/7. So when I do that addition out, I'm really going to just get 44/7. So this is the same equation that I get here. Then, if I wanted to take that same equation and convert to standard form, I could do that from this current form. Now, the way that I would do that is I would multiply each side by 7. I'm going to rewrite the equation. I'm going to multiply by 7 in this case. And really what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to cancel the denominator. So if they didn't have a common denominator, I would find the least common multiple of the denominators and multiply by that. Doing so would give me 7y equals, the 7 times the first piece would end up being minus 3x. The 7 times the second piece would just give me a positive 44. And if I add 3x to both sides, I would end up with 3x plus 7y equals 44. Now that gives me that same equation in 3 different forms. Now what if I wanted to get an equation from standard form, like this one, into slope-intercept form? Well, I need y by itself. So you have a couple choices here. I think the most logical one is to subtract 2x from both sides. This example has a negative 9y right there on a subtraction. We're going to drop that down, but don't lose the minus or the negative in front of the 9. You can't really subtract 2x from 15. They're not like terms, so we get the expression negative 2x plus 15. Again, don't lose that negative. If it were positive here, the only way to move that to the other side is to subtract it from both sides. Once I'm there, I need to get y by itself, so I'm going to divide by negative 9. Again, we're going to divide each piece of the equation by negative 9. And this would be y. Negative 2 divided by negative 9 would be 2/9. Keep the x. And I would get negative 15/9, which reduces to negative 5/3. So here is the slope-intercept version of that same standard form line.